Even though this is usually Resilient Ramey's station, today we have a little guest because not just Ramey has some medical needs. What's your name?
Briley.
And Briley's gonna help me with today's video. Getting a second opinion and handling insurance for out-of-state, out-of-network providers. We have several experiences where getting a second opinion saved our lives, literally. Today we'll share our experiences with how to navigate what would really seem like a difficult process. So I think tip number one is research is key. If you're going to get a second opinion, take the time to get it from the experts. Search the internet for providers in the specialty you're looking for. Find the doctors and hospitals with the best outcomes. Once you've identified the provider you want an expert opinion from, find a phone number or an email and reach out about your child or yourself and give the provider a heads up to be expecting your information. This is important because the process can be expedited if the provider you're looking for a second opinion at is looking for your information. Next, complete any questionnaires or applications for a second opinion with the location that you're planning on using. Number 4, complete a release of information at the hospital your child is currently being seen at. They will have to have a release of information signed so that they can give your medical records to the other hospital and provider. Make sure that you sign the form, and then other information that the release of information is going to ask for is the name, email address, address of where you want those records sent. For good measure, follow up to make sure that the medical records were sent. I do this about a week after filing for the release of information. Next, follow up with the second opinion provider to make sure that they have received the medical information. Every now and then there's hiccups. Maybe a disc was sent that doesn't open, or in our case, a disc was sent with the wrong child's information. So following up to make sure that information makes it in a timely manner is very, very helpful. Next, ask for an estimate on how long the second opinion should take and put that date on your calendar, because when that date comes, if you haven't heard anything, you should give them a call to make sure that it's still in process or to see if they need more time. Why is this so important? Well, to us it's so important because we had a very, very specific situation. We have a daughter who had a colorectal malformation that we planned on getting fixed at a local children's hospital, and the local children's hospital did their normal imaging prior, and she had a spinal MRI done. The surgery was scheduled, doctor said everything was fine. We were looking for a second opinion just kind of to dot the I's and cross the T's, and a couple days before her surgery we got a call from Cincinnati Children's Hospital. The doctor who was the specialist in the industry that created the surgery that she was going to have done, and he called to tell us that she had a tethered spinal cord, and if we proceeded with this surgery she would be paralyzed. So we literally had a second opinion save her life, her walking life, her mobility. It saved her, really, and it saved us. So basically I did call that doctor back and asked why the imaging had not discovered this at our local children's hospital, and he said, "Oh, that just must have missed my eye." So in fact, if he had looked at the imaging, he had not seen the tethered cord that was vital to have released prior to the other surgery to fix the colorectal malformation. So Second opinions are vital. Besides that child, another member of our family had been diagnosed in the ER with a back strain, and in fact it was a pulmonary embolism, and he went multiple days without finding out what that was. So it's just vital to get second opinions, due diligence always. And in our current situation with Rami, thus the name of the channel, Resilient Rami, and her handling her heart failure diagnosis, one of the things we're doing right now is getting a second opinion about her heart, rather than just trusting the one hospital that we really, really like and have been seeing for years. We are getting a second opinion to see if another hospital has any other treatment options for her. So I just wanted to share the importance and kind of the timeline and what you should expect to go through this process. Once you've requested a second opinion, there is like part 2 of the game, I guess, the insurance game. Because even though we live on the West Coast, when we needed to go to Cincinnati, it took a lot. Insurance, of course, considers local providers to be in network and other states to be out of network. So the first thing we had to do was go see our primary care physician. And we explained the whole situation and the enormity of the situation. We explained that we could no longer trust the surgeon at the local children's hospital, and that we had done our research and that Cincinnati had the highest volume of this kind of repair. And in fact, the doctor at Cincinnati Children's was the doctor who invented the procedure. So obviously had a higher level of expertise and a bigger volume of surgeries. Once she was on board, she sent a letter to our insurance stating medical necessity for her to be seen at that hospital, and also requesting that we get in-network coverage. So we would have to reduce our cost, or so it would reduce our cost to go there. That was sent over, and then an actual referral so we could schedule pre-op appointments, imaging, and surgery there. And then while we were waiting for those dates to come, I also reached out to Ronald McDonald House in Cincinnati to see if we could get in and have a place to stay during our daughter's procedures and follow up. Thankfully, getting on the list early opened up a spot, and we were able to get in, and it was actually a really great experience right across the street from the Children's Hospital. There are many, many things to consider, and financial aid, hospital bills, looking into whether the hospital has a payment plan. And almost all hospitals, if not all hospitals, do have a payment plan. And don't ever let money come between getting a second opinion or a best opinion, because it's vital for you or your child. So just wanted to share these tips about getting second opinions and how to navigate insurance. If you have anything you'd like to add or specific questions about the process, please leave me a comment below. Thank you.